My boys and girls, welcome to another day of kindergarten with Mrs. R. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you guys had a great night's sleep and a great breakfast to start your day. So let's go ahead and get going with our learning. So today you're going to need your March Kindergarten Read and Write Like a Rockstar packet. It's green with a leprechaun on the front. So go ahead and grab that. You're going to need glue and scissors and also a pencil, the good eraser. Okay, so go ahead and grab all those things if you don't have them yet so we can get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, so there we go. There is our packet that we're going to work on today. So last time we worked on the leprechaun story about him singing, reading, sleeping, and waving. And then we wrote about the leprechaun can sing. So today we're going to talk about colors. So leprechaun colors today. All right, so let me go ahead and make that a little bit bigger so we can see. So I'm going to get my pencil ready. So if we take a look at the top of our page, it says leprechaun colors, and there's that great big word, leprechaun, okay? So that was the word that we used yesterday when we were reading, but I don't think we're going to be using it today. All right, so let's talk about a couple of things here. Let's look at the pictures first and talk about some of these new words we're going to be seeing. So this is a coat. So this is the word coat. And this picture helps us to recognize some of those new words that you may not know. This is a pot. So there's the word pot. This is coin. Okay, so this is the word coin right here. And these are boots. And here's the word boots right here, okay? So let's go ahead and read the sentence together and see what it says. So there's some color words in here, and Mrs. R is going to read with you. So go ahead and point to the first word and read with me. I'll make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better, okay? This says, is his coat is, this is a color word, green. His coat is green. Okay, so we should probably color his coat green. What do you think? That you will remember what color his coat is. He's got a green crayon. Okay, so his coat is green, which would make sense for a leprechaun. Since his coat is green, so I'm going to color that in really neatly. Try and color inside the lines. You know, when we do work, we always want to try and do our best. Okay, I'm going to keep that crayon out because we'll probably need it for later when we're doing our pictures. All right, let's go ahead and read the next sentence. Let's get our pointer finger on the word and get our eyes ready and our mouth ready to read. Ready, go. Is his pot. Pot is, there's a color word, black. His pot is black. So let's go ahead and grab a black crayon and color this pot black. And if you don't want to color this part of the page, you don't have to. I just like to color it because I think I enjoy coloring, but I know some people it's not their favorite. Okay, and then I color the points. Okay. All right. So at any time, if I'm going too quickly, you can always feel free to pause your video so that you can catch up. Okay. All right, let's get our pointer finger ready and ready to read with our eyes and get our lips and mouth ready to read. Here we go. Is his, this is the word, coin is gold. His coin is gold. So the closest color I have to gold, I don't have the actual gold crayon. I know they make one, but I'm just going to color it this color. Okay. So I'm going to keep all these colors up because I'm going to probably need them for later. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and read the last sentence. So go ahead and get your pointer finger ready and get your mouth ready to read. Ready? Here we go. His boots are, there's the color word, brown. His boots are brown. So now I need to get a brown to color his boots. All right. There you go. Okay, now we have some questions down at the bottom that we're going to answer. These are called comprehension questions, and it helps us to think about what we've read and to see if we really understood what we read. Okay, so the first question says, what color is his pot? What color is his pot? And then you can write it here. Well, I see the pot here. It says his pot is, what is that word? Black. So what color is his pot? His pot is black. So I underline the word there and then we just write it here on the line. There we go. Okay. Now let's go to the second one, number 2. What color are his boots? What color are his boots? Well, it says up here, his boots are brown. Okay. So there's the word for brown. B-R-O-W. Brown. Very good, everybody. All right, so if you're still working on that, you can just pause and get caught up, and then we'll go on to our next part. Okay. All right, we're going to turn the page, and it says here that we need to write or trace, in this case, cut and glue, and then of course we're going to draw a picture up here. Okay. So the first thing we should probably do is trace the sentence, and then we'll read it to figure out what we should draw. Okay. So on the dotted lines in your best handwriting, let's trace all of these words. And we're going to take our time and do our best work. Okay. All right. A period at the end of our sentence. Now, if you're still tracing, feel free to pause. Okay. All right, so after we write the sentence, then we're going to read it together. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our finger on the first word, and we're going to try and figure this out together. All right, so let's get our eyes ready and get our mouth ready to read. Here we go. He has a green coat. Let's read it again. Bring your fingers pointing to the first word. We're going to touch each word as we read it. He has a green coat. So of course that was in the beginning of our last part that we read, the last page that we did. It talked about the leprechaun having a green coat. So what I'm going to do, I see a coat already over here. So to make it a little easier, I'm going to color this coat green like this. And then I'm going to add a little bit more to the picture. Kind of like I did yesterday. I think I'll use my pencil and I'll add some rolling hills. And then I think I'm going to put his coat on a little hook, like you're hanging it up kind of thing. And then I think I'll make a couple of clovers like this. Some 4-leaf clovers. Remember we talked about 4-leaf clovers that some people think if you find a 4-leaf clover that's lucky. And let's see here. What else could we draw? We could draw the pot of gold over here if we wanted to, like that. We draw the pot of gold and put the coins inside of it like this. Just make a bunch of circles. Okay, that's good. And then I'll just do my seal like this. And that's why I kept these crayons out, because I knew I was going to need them again. So now I've got all my colors ready to go there. So I'm going to color in my pot, because in our store it says the pot is black. And then I'm going to color in all these coins. Because remember we talked about leprechauns are believed to make shoes for the fairies. And so the fairies are like these little creatures that live in the forest. And so they make shoes for them and they pay the leprechauns in gold. And so the leprechauns keep their gold in a pot and they're said to hide their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So said if you can find the end of the rainbow and you find the leprechaun's pot of gold, then you can keep it. So leprechauns are kind of tricky. And we'll be reading some stories this month about leprechauns, and you'll see what I mean. They're kind of tricky. So I'm going to use a different shade of green to color in these. And then I'm going to even use a different color still to color in the grass, because I don't want it to be all the same color of green. But if you only have one color of green, then that's okay too. Okay, no worries. Just use whatever you have. Okay, so this. I'm just coloring in my green field here because I didn't want this coat to be all by itself. And then of course I'll take my black, I guess, and make this little hanger inside of here. All right, and if you want to get really fancy, you could do some clouds in the sky like this. You can make clouds all different kinds of things. It's just kind of up to you. Sun in the sky if you want. So you can make your picture as simple or as fancy as you want it to be. Okay, and your picture doesn't have to be like mine, of course. Okay, so I've got my picture here. He has a green coat. Now the next step is to cut out and build our sentence. Now, if you're still working on your picture, you can pause at any time so that you don't get behind. So you feel free to pause. All right, so now that we're done with our picture, we can start cutting our words out. Okay. Just like just like that. Words. Now again, Mrs. R might be a little quicker than you are with cutting out words. So if you feel like you're getting behind, then you can just push pause at any time. Okie dokie. Grab my words, fix my camera so I can put my picture up. There we go. Don't lose my words. Okay. So let's take a look and see what we have here. And okay, so he has a green coat. So let me get my glue stick and let's see. So he, H-E, so that looks like this word down here. So we're just matching up the words and building this sentence. Now we also know that this is the beginning, the first word, because it has a capital beginning. And remember, at the beginning of each sentence, we capitalize the first letter of the word. So that was a little hint right there that you know that was the beginning. He has. He has a, of course we know that's a. He has a green. Okay, he has a green, and then we know this is the last word coat because it looks the same, but it also has a period at the end, and that's another clue that this would be the last word in the sentence because a punctuation mark, whether it be a period or an exclamation mark or a question mark, goes after the last word or the last letter that you wrote. Okay, so here the word coat afterwards, we put the period if that's the end of your sentence. All right, so let's take a look. Let's go ahead and read it one more time. He has a green coat. All right, so let's go ahead and turn to the front page because we need to mark off in our checklist that we did this one today. So leprechaun colors. So let's go ahead and mark that one off that we did that one today. And we did church. Okay. There we go. So we mark those off in our book. All right, so only two more. And then we're done with this one already. Can you believe it? It goes by so fast when you're having fun. All right, my friends. So thank you for joining me today. It was fun being with you and writing about leprechauns and learning some more about them. And we'll be reading lots of books about leprechauns for the month of March. So you're going to hear all about leprechauns and what they do and all kinds of tricks and things that they like to play on people. And so it'll be interesting to learn about that. So I look forward to talking to you very soon. I hope you have a great day. Do your best and work very hard at home for your moms and dads, for your teachers right now. Bye, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.